Hi there and welcome back to Stellaris, the Cthulhu Myth. We are just trying to remove all the stations that the Unbidden put down here. What we did in the last episode was destroy their force completely. Not all of their forces, but a 160k force that dared to challenge the forces of the Republic has been destroyed by our focused arc emitters. And now our construction ship has arrived. We are going to build a military station. And yeah, maybe we should design one first with the newest stuff that we have available to make a really good station to rely on as backup, because we cannot build enough ships and our fleet limit is really very hard on us, so to say. So it would be good to create a really good fortress, like a mixed one, just to support us there. The F1 we'll call it. Because the Unbidden are going to come here again with reinforcements, and we want some support there. It would be really helpful for us to... Yeah, and let's also build some battleships again. And maybe we can add something like a... just crew quarters for less cost. And then we can add some more battleships to our force. But for the moment, we're trying to establish a foothold in Pollux against the Unbidden. Look at that, we have so many planets, so many systems, and still the ships are not coming out quickly enough to stop the Unbidden. What we should do now, we have synthetics colony ships. Thankfully, we haven't the technology for synthetics though, but we may be able to settle in the Unbidden territory, and the synthetics can go to every world. They will be fine. To any world, I mean. So we're sending some of the colony ships we have built.
Hostile fleet engaged.
There. Just to be able to have new colonies there that may support our onslaught against the Unbidden threat. And we're now destroying an extra-dimensional invader. What is the extra-dimensional invader, really? That is the construction ship they have. That is also called extra-dimensional invader. In this case, it's
hostile fleet engaged.
One of their stations. But if you see an extra-dimensional invader flying around without combat strength in a system, try to eliminate it quickly. It's very hard to eliminate it still because it has so many hit points.
Hostile fleet engaged.
But it's very helpful because then the extra-dimensional invader won't build these stations that will support
situation log updated.
Of the Unbidden very well. Now, the forces of the Unbidden have a weakness. Like, you can see at their stations that they have negative, like these negative auras. If you're going too close to them, you're affected by their negative auras, but only when your ships are inside. Some of our ships are inside, some are not. And they're diminishing your firepower and all of that. But what they don't have is the positive auras, and that's your chance. Like, you should equip your battleships with that. You should equip your space station that you build.
Hostile fleet engaged.
To also support your forces optimally. Should have a mix of both, and then
hostile fleet engaged.
Unbidden they still have good chances, but in the late game, you will
Situation log
be able
updated.
to outdo their fleets by your force.
Evading
And
hostile
now,
fleet.
let's see, there is a smaller force of the Unbidden warping in. Let's see, what kind of force is that? But we want to have our support force close here. And we're just now using this system as our rally point. Let's have a look. I mean, we're doing it, we're establishing that foothold.
Situation log
But our
updated.
construction ship is fleeing. Maybe we should...
Evading
Yeah, we
hostile
should-
fleet.
could do that passive. And then establish military stations further into the system.
Hostile fleet
Maybe a
engaged.
chain of military stations to have a safe haven against them. Also, our science ships need to go in here and research what they can. But there's also a limit to what you can research. And if you cannot find technologies like fire rate 2 or something at the Unbidden. You can also only find technologies that you would also find with fallen empires.
Construction
for example, like
complete.
I think the mass disintegrators we found at the Estragon when we destroyed some of their ships. And the same can be found with the Unbidden. That will be changed in the Heinlein patch though. There are, I think, special technologies that you can get them even more. Like with the space creatures now. You have that special stuff there that is like these crystal weapons, crystal arc emitters you get from the early crystals you destroy. Something like that will be added, but it will be scaled
Construction
up,
complete.
if I understood it right. So if you're going for these boss monsters, you're getting technologies that will probably change the game even a bit. Or at least you can have technologies there that might be much more advanced than your forces have encountered before. Let's have a look at our... Yeah, our space station is okay. So what would be a strategy then? Like, you could go hunting, and that would be like a really good strategy. That is something we have done here as well, because with all the planets we have, our research has really slowed down a lot. I can tell you that. It has slowed down like really, really much. Building another colony ship there. All of the handy synthetics. And this means that you can gain very, very valuable tax by attacks. By these debris that stays there. That debris is already getting scanned, and we want
Evading hostile fleet.
Maxadoc to research more debris of the space stations, probably. On the rare chance we might find
Evading
something.
hostile fleet.
The colony ships are evading. We should set them to passive as well. Should be possible.
Situation log updated.
The situation log. Yeah, that's always...
Situation log
Look,
updated.
the Unbidden really have no chance against our force, but it's diminishing more and more. Even if we have reinforcements, it's a struggle to keep force alive enough to overwhelm the Unbidden. What we're doing now is we're stopping the Unbidden, but we're losing ground on other empires a bit. I mean, we still have the biggest force, but the Unbidden are dwindling in force. They are probably going to be pathetic in no time. And the Republic will prevail, but only if we can build some space stations that will make us unable to stop their forces continuously and without losing ground by their overwhelming numbers, and also without losing our forces and the other empires starting to attack us, because they will, at the slight chance that they may... Oh, look at that frontier outpost, what cost? At the slight chance that they may be able to successfully attack us, they will. So we need to have a big force still. If we're falling under the pathetic thing in probably force strength, then the empires will attack us. And as so many attack us, it will probably be a really big problem. So, thank you for watching and happy gaming to you. See you in the next episode.